Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Chris, and we're Endless Sauce here, and today we're bringing you part two of the My Hero Academia What If on What If All for One and All Might swap places. This will start during the hero versus villain training exercise, but since All Might is evil in this What If, All for One would be supervising and watching how his successor will do. Deku would still be partnered with Ochako, and Deku isn't nervous or scared to face against Bakugo this time. Before they head into the building, Deku punches the ground a couple of times, and Ochako asks why is Deku doing this, and Deku replies that his quirk can absorb the pain he feels and he could turn it into his own strength to use it against other people. No one knows he has All for One's quirk, so Deku had to explain the quirk differently to make it seem like that he didn't have this exact same quirk as All for One. They enter the building slowly, and Deku's skills in being a hero is amazingly well since All for One did give him many tips and starters to help out Deku become the number one hero. Deku is actually able to feel Bakugo's steps, and he just prepares for an attack that could make Bakugo go down in one hit. He tells Ochako to be prepared to tie him up, and he fills her in with the plan. They hear Bakugo arguing with Ida, and Deku strikes at the perfect time that it catches Bakugo off guard, and Deku sprints towards Bakugo and uses a bit of counter impact to knock Bakugo's head into the wall, and Ochako wraps him up, and Bakugo is out. All for One secretly cheers for Deku. Deku and Ochako quickly go around the building to find Ida, and they do. Deku tries to think of a plan that would be able to distract him, but then Ochako thinks of a cheeky plan and whispers it to Deku. Deku appears to Lita and says that he would fight him. Ida then says, I thought Bakugo was going after you. Deku then states that he left him with Ochako, and that shocked Ida. Deku uses some of his store power to quickly go up to Ida, and Ida charges at him. Ida pushes Deku through the wall and holds him down. Ida thinks he has bested Deku until the announcement says that the hero team has won. And Ida looks back and sees Ochako touching the bomb, and Ida realizes that they tricked him. The rest of the hero and villain exercise goes the same, but Deku isn't in the nurse office. And Deku notices that Bakugo is acting strange at the end of the day, and Deku notices that Bakugo stormed away, and he tries to chase him, but All for One stops Deku. He tells Deku that he shouldn't chase after him to explain things to him. Deku is questioning it, but All for One states that it's the best thing to do to make sure things don't go worse than it is. Then it's the trip to the USJ for everyone, and they go there. And the situation goes the same with it being only Aizawa and 13. All for One should have made it, but he had extreme pain in his head this morning, so it would take him time to get there. Before they even begin, a portal opens up and a ton of criminals walk out, and then a man with hands all over his body, and finally comes out the terrifying All Might. The student looks panicking the most, but Deku tries to hide his fear, and he knows that he has to do his best to be able to take down All Might. And he thinks back to his training with All for One. He remembers everything he has learned with him, and back to how he promised All for One that he would take down One for All. Aizawa pushes forward and goes to fight the criminals and to hold back All Might. Aizawa uses his quirk on All Might, and All Might just laughs at it when he sends villains to fight him. Aizawa is trying his best to dodge the best he can. Kurogiri goes to where the students are, and with Deku's quick thinking, he leaps to go help Aizawa, and everyone is shocked that Deku would jump out there to help Aizawa alone. Deku starts to attack the villains with all the power he got, but he does get hurt by them as well, so he doesn't need to worry about running out of the store powered. Back to the students, they all get teleported to the same place, and Ida goes for backup. The only difference is that Tsuyu and Mineta think of a different way to get away, and Tsuyu tries her best to launch them out of the waters. Deku says to Aizawa to keep canceling All Might's quirk. Then Deku rushes to All Might with great speed, and he hits All Might with a powerful attack that hurts All Might. Everyone eyes widen, seeing Deku just attacking the most wanted villain. Deku keeps trying to fight All Might, trying to beat him. Then more villains go to Deku, and Aizawa loses sight of All Might. Then he has to start fighting the villains to thin out the herd. Deku starts to use a lot of his stored up power to try to take out All Might. Aizawa is trying his best to keep the villains down and trying to get to Deku. All Might uses only 5% to show Deku how strong he really is. Deku is launched back and smashed into a wall, and he is heavily damaged and barely able to stand. All Might walks towards him and gets closer to Deku, and Aizawa can't reach him in time for a finishing blow, but then All for One gets in front of Deku and uses one of his 4 secret quirks he has. All Might hits All for One, and All for One uses his absorption quirk to absorb the damage, and Deku sees his chance, and he uses all of his stored up power to hit All Might on his head, bringing him down. Shigaraki sees that they are lost, and he makes Kagura teleport himself and All Might away. The pro heroes take care of the rest of the criminals and gets them arrested. There's not big injuries, but Deku is hurt pretty badly, but not to the point of serious medical attention. All For One sees this and decides it's time to give Midoriya his second quirk of healing. Deku tries to refuse this since it helps All For One keeps down his head injuries, but All For One said that it would help Deku out to be as strong and end up giving it to him. When the Pro Heroes learned that one of the Class 1A students went off to face All Might without fear and is able to knock him down, surprises them and even the students. Bakugo is jealous but also surprised about this facts. A news reporter catches the talks about this and decides to tell the news about a first-year student faced off All Might without fear and was able to knock him down. Aizawa pulls Deku aside and tells him that he is proud, but that was a foolish, and Deku could have died, but he said he was interested in being able to do such an amazing thing, and he wants to train Deku to become stronger, and Deku cries and accepts his offer. So guys, that's where we're going to end off part 2 of this What If. Let me know what you think of the What If. If you enjoyed, like and subscribe, share with your friends, and we'll see you all in the next video. Peace.